Hi, it's Dwyer, part two of the Sonny Edwards versus Felix Alvarado video. Uh, Part one, I had just started talking about the fight after talking about some other issues in boxing, so you haven't missed much. I like Sonny Edwards. The fight's near unbettable. You're getting terrible odds here. Edwards is a greater than minus 400 favorite. In other words, they're picking Edwards to beat Felix Alvarado, who has not lost since 2014. They believe Edwards wins 4 out of the 5 fights. Now, this fight has a huge secret, right? Play at your own risk. I'll not say my big disclaimer here. We'll just say play at your own risk. Why? Because it's the second video today. But just to understand, Edwards, who's shorter, is actually the bigger man. Right? Keep your eye on the ball here. Right? Just understand that Alvarado, from 2018 through most of 2021, fought at light flyweight. Right? This fight's at flyweight. Look into the guy's past. Right? Understand, too, flyweight's 112. Sonny Edwards has actually fought a fight at 120 in the past. Won the fight by stoppage. Edwards, who's an Ali type, right? He's a stylist. He's moving in the ring. He's very fluid. Right? He keeps a guy moving against him. Very hard to hit. Masterful back foot. But just understand there's another Sonny Edwards. One who can sit down on his punches. Now in this fight, if the fight goes the distance, Sonny Edwards, who again is an Ali, make your miss, move, distance, has he timed, right, is operating from distance, right, can do so behind a jab, keeps you turning. If it goes the distance, Sonny Edwards wins the fight, especially since the fight's in Sheffield. The fight's in Sonny Edwards' backyard. He'll win the fight if it goes the distance. My point to you is Felix Alvarado's best chance of winning the fight is by coming in and roughing up Sonny Edwards, showing some heavy punching power to take out Sonny Edwards. But in this fight, even though Alvarado has over 30 KOs, right, he's a knockout puncher. In this fight, he's not the bigger man. His chances of getting that knockout, especially since Edwards is defensively blessed, are minimal. Let's talk about Alvarado's style. Now again, 33, this is not heavyweight. Right? This is a power puncher who is now at flyweight. He did fight at flyweight in the past before losing weight to fight at light flyweight the last few years. Right? You have to ask yourself why he would do that if he were comfortable at flyweight. I would say he wasn't comfortable. I would argue that guys in their 30s gain weight. He's at flyweight now, not because it's optimal, but because it's better for his body. Understand, he's a weight shifter, right? He's a guy who wants to be in the pocket. He does want some room, right? Because he wants to be able to extend his arms a bit. So he's about in the middle of the pocket, and his game is to hit you with hard combinations. Right? He's a clever puncher who can go right, left, shifting his weight. So the punches are all heavy, and he varies the punch. So he'll throw a right up top. You then move to cover the right. He comes back with a hard left. You then move to the left. You're a step behind him to block the shot that's already landed. Then he'll dip a shoulder and he'll hit you with an uppercut. When you look at the highlights, Felix Alvarado looks dazzling. The problem is that doesn't work against a guy who's going to force Alvarado to lift his legs. That throws off weight shifters, right? Alvarado is going to be looking to establish a pocket. Sonny Edwards is going to be too mobile for that. Alvarado is going to be lifting his legs. When a power puncher, is forced to lift their legs, especially a two-handed guy like this guy, that decreases the power of their punches. Unless you're dealing with some guy who's adept at drop steps, who's really advanced. I don't think that's this guy. Even though the line is completely lopsided, I have some money on Sonny Edwards. I think Edwards fighting at home, where I know he's already going to get the decision, against a guy who only has really a puncher's chance, and he's fighting out of weight class. Right? He was the man, the light flyweight champ. But now he's up at flyweight. 33 is a lot older than 26. Edwards is going to test Alvarado's coordination. In other words, Alvarado, who likes a pocket, who likes to set up shop, who likes to throw power shots with both hands, which requires leverage, right? Leaning on your legs and stuff. Now he's going to have to move his legs to find Sonny Edwards. I believe that's going to drop his power. I wouldn't be surprised if Edwards, who's really a cute, stylish type guy, gets a knockout in the later rounds here. I like Edwards in the fight. If you don't know Edwards, be prepared to be entertained. Right? This guy really is an Ali guy, not just in style, but in personality. Right? He wants to embarrass his opponent. He really enjoys boxing, and he likes moving. He likes framing what he's doing. And he's thought out. In other words, he'll throw big punches that take him out of the pocket. Right? Those are the kind of moves that defensively blessed fighters do. They make sure that they do unto others, right? Throw home run balls. And then make sure that they're not in the frame to get hit with a counter. Right? Edwards is the top of BoxRex's flyweight ratings for a reason. He's the champ at 112, and he's fighting a guy who recently was fighting one division lower, who isn't the stylist he is. I like Edwards here. I'm expecting a show. He's going to put on a show for his home crowd. Then I believe he's going to try to put an exclamation point at the end of the sentence. I'm not going to take Edwards by stoppage. Let's just say I'm just taking Edwards. So whatever Edwards does that results in a win, I'll be okay. I'm not hedging the play because the odds are lopsided, but if you're a more cautious bettor and you want to edge the play, the hedge would be Alvarado by stoppage. In my opinion, that's his only chance, and even that chance, given the fact that Edwards in the past has fought as high as 120, right? Even that chance is slight. I like Sonny Edwards.